Tales of the Resting Title. We Never Had a Third Child. Written and read by Javon Joseph. The house was wrong in ways Mara could never explain without sounding ungrateful. It was spacious, affordable, quiet, and yet every room felt borrowed, as if the true owners might return in any moment to ask why she was touching their things. Floors dipped in places that made no architectural sense, doors eased shut with a soft, deliberate patience. The air carried a permanent dampness, like breath trapped behind walls. Visitors never stayed long. Jeremy loved it immediately. He explored corners no one else noticed, speaking softly to spaces as if greeting something shy. He collected objects in the way other children collected friends. A marble colored with age, a rusty key, the delicate skeleton of a bird he buried and later unearthed just to keep. Elsie called his room the Museum of Dead Things. Mara laughed it off, but she stopped going in there after sunset. The first time she heard the second voice, she was folding laundry. A murmur floated through the baby monitor she had never unplugged. Jeremy was far past the age for it, but Mara liked the reassurance of hearing him breathe at night. Two voices answered back. One, hers to recognize, the other, thin, uncertain, as though shaped by a mouth that had never learned properly. She won't be mad, Jeremy whispered. A pause. She just doesn't know you yet. Mara forced herself down the hallway. Each step felt like walking deeper into water. When she opened the door, Jeremy was sitting upright, facing the empty side of the bed. He smiled, not at her, at someone else. My brother is shy, he said calmly. You don't have a brother. Yes, I do. He lifted the blanket. The mattress dipped beside him. Daniel dismissed it with irritation that bordered on anger. You're feeding into this, he snapped. Stop looking for problems. But he never crossed into Jeremy's room anymore. He spoke from the hallway, from a distance, as if proximity itself accused him. At night he lay stiffly on his side of the bed, avoiding her touch. When she reached for him, he flinched, not violently, but with a quiet revulsion that cut deeper. Mara began to understand whatever frightened her, disgusted him. Jeremy started leaving space everywhere. At the table, on the couch, in the car. He doesn't like being squished, he explained. He saved food in napkins, tucking them into his pockets until crumbs trailed through the house. He gets hungry, but it hurts when he eats. The tenderness in his voice broke something in her. Sleep abandoned her. Two small depressions on each pillow each morning. A faint smell of milk gone sour. Tiny wet footprints that stopped mid-floor. And always, always, the sense that someone was waiting just out of sight. Hopeful and patient and unbearably sad. Desperation drove her to the hospital. Ultrasound photos slid on her lap. Two forms where she remembered one. Twin gestation. A second fetus severely malformed. Non-viable. Removed immediately post-delivery at spouse's request. Maternal sedation maintained. Removed. As if it had not been hers. That night, she saw the child clearly for the first time. Small, folded on itself, skin too loose, too pale, like wax that had never hardened properly. One eye sealed shut, the other shining with fragile, aching hope. He stood beside Jeremy, clutching his brother's sleeve. He was lonely, Jeremy murmured. The child looked at Mara, not angry, not frightened, just desperate to be claimed. And sometimes, deep in the night, Jeremy could still be heard whispering in the darkness. I didn't forget you. A pause. I never will. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, we never had a third child. Now go to sleep if your mind would let you.